It is time to get uplifted. Thank you for joining me. I'm Allison Seymour. Our hair is a big part of who we are. Most of us spend hours on it. We curl it, we dye it, we braid it, and when it looks good, we feel unstoppable. It's our crown, after all. October 1st is National Hair Day. It's a day to celebrate every strand, style, and story that our hair tells. So, in this episode of Get Uplifted, we're highlighting hair in all of its beautiful forms, from curls to coils to waves to pinpoint straight. We're going to meet barbers and stylists who are making our hair dreams come true, and we'll reflect on the local events helping you stay true to your strands. Well, this isn't your typical barber shop location, and it certainly isn't your average barber. Joe Quattrone has been cutting hair inside Capitol Hill's House of Representatives building for more than 50 years. He's freshened up former President George Bush, former Vice Presidents Al Gore and Dick Cheney, and we talked with him back in 2022, right before he retired.
Inside the Rayburn House office
I
building,
love my job.
amid politicians and lobbyists,
I love my clientele.
a living legend is hard at work.
Take care of the most powerful people here.
Joe Quattrone still cutting hair after 51 years.
I wake up every day and I love it.
The 88-year-old, an immigrant from southern Italy, first started as a house barber in 1971.
Mr. Parliamentary, what time you want to come, sir?
And over the decades, he's seen hundreds of lawmakers sit in his chair.
President Joe Ford, the old man Bush was very nice too. Al Gore, Dick Cheney, Congressman Scalise when he got shot. I went to the hospital, cut his hair all the time.
And working with politicians has taught Quattrone some valuable lessons on how to make it here on Capitol Hill.
Keep your eyes and your ears open and your mouth shut. Then you'll be here so long as you want to be.
But after all these years, the Capitol Hill icon is hanging up his scissors. His wife of 65 years died last year, and after some recent health issues, he's decided it's time to
The
retire.
good Lord say, it's time for me to go.
Joe Q, he the man.
Veronica Bow is another house barber and says she's learned a lot watching Joe Q.
Everyone gets in his chair, he has a story to tell. He's gonna be really missed around here.
And as he nears his final day on the job,
The American people took me in.
Joe says he's filled with nothing but gratitude.
I treasure that as long as I live.
A beloved fixture on Capitol Hill,
How we look? Good?
now making his goodbyes.
I heard you leaving, man.
Yeah, baby. How you doing? He's like my own son.
To a city that gave him so much.
I did pretty much everything what I wanted to do.
A national treasure. Well, we know getting your hair cut is just half the battle. You have to have a good hair day, and it takes time, it takes the right products, oftentimes a whole lot of trial and error. And many women with textured hair have formed communities on TikTok to share their hair journeys, their tips, and favorite products. Ashley Lamaraka and Julia Nielsen are just two of the most popular curly hair girl influencers on TikTok. And Ashley has over 2 million followers, and Julia 600,000 followers. And we're just so fortunate because both have taken time out of their really busy schedules of influencing and doing all that great stuff for everybody who's watching to share their best hair tips and the impact they're making through their videos. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This question is for both of you. Ashley, let's just start with you. You've posted hundreds of videos showing both the highs and the lows of the curly hair journey. So how has your role, do you think, as a curly girl influencer taught you more about your own hair?
It taught me you can't fight it, and we have to embrace it instead. You can't control the weather, you can't control the humidity, and I learned to perform these trial and error methods to figure out what works best for me on that specific day. And all these years of straightening it day after day and trying to fight it, this journey taught me to embrace it instead.
Wow. Julia, how about you?
Curly hair is truly a battle, but it's also such a beautiful thing. And it's taught me that your hair always changes compared to when I first started my account versus now. My pattern has changed. I've changed as a person. I'm in my early 20s, so I've been growing into adulthood and my hair has changed with that. And it's really taught me to just embrace the change and learn with it. And having an online community that also is going through that change, it's so beautiful. It's
Right.
really nice to experience that with everybody.
Actually, and this is everything is for both of you because we want to hear from both of you. But why did you start your hair journey? Was it out of frustration, or just wanted to share, or you found a good product? What was it that started you, Ashley, on this journey?
Well, for me, my mom actually has all naturally curly hair, and ever since I was a little girl, she would help me teach me her ways and her tricks. But I did always try to fight it, and I would wake up super early for school, and everything in between, my hair was straight just to make my life easier. And once I learned the importance of reducing heat on your hair and really try to grow my hair and keep it healthy, I had no choice but to embrace it. And
Right.
once I found a routine that actually worked, after years of trying to find one, I had to share it with as many people as I possibly could in hopes of it resonating even with just one person, because I've been there and I
Right.
know the feeling.
Right. Same for you, Julia, or a different story?
Very similar, actually. My mom also has curly hair, and I grew up with curly hair products in the house, and I love my big frizzy curls, and I always love to embrace that. So I started my journey online to really help share that with other people because frizzy hair is beautiful. You don't have to have perfect curls, and I'm so grateful to have a mom who really taught me to embrace that, and I wanted to share that love with other
Right.
people as well.
You know, I got to ask, it's like you want what you don't have oftentimes. And so I know even with my girls, like they wanted their hair to be blown out. They didn't want the curls and all of this. Do you feel like you have empowered your viewers to maybe rock their hair naturally? Or how does that play out? Ashley, I'll ask you that question.
No, for sure. It brings me joy that I'm
Yeah.
able to help or inspire even just one of my followers in a positive way. And with social media, it's so easy to feel down on yourself and comparison. So if I'm helping change that narrative, it feels amazing. And it's helped instill confidence back into myself as well through sharing online and building this community and having it resonate with even just one of my followers.
Well, I mean, we wish you just continued success, both of you. Before I let you go, in like the seconds we have left, favorite either tip or product for our curly hair girls out there? Julia, I'll ask you.
Sure. My two favorite things, my community definitely knows I love these, is the Lush Curl Power Cream is my go-to curly hair cream. I've been using it for years. My friend recommended it to me. It is so awesome. You can use it for so many different curl patterns. Truly awesome. And I love steam refreshing. It's one of my favorite tips and tricks. And you basically just take a steamer in the morning when your hair is a little bit frizzy after sleeping and you scrunch it in. It works for a lot more people than they would think. And I loved it. That's what I did this morning and I got great results.
I love it. Ashley, 2 seconds. Do you have a tip or a product?
My tip is basically overall, there's a product for everybody's budget. So try not to get intimidated with price ranges and all these different stores and whatnot, but it's about the application and it's about the tricks, and really, really trial and error is my biggest advice. And there's a product for everyone. Just keep sticking with it and see what works for you.
Ashley and Julia, thank you so much for your time. And we'll be watching you on social media. We'll be following those tips too. When it's not straightened, it's curly too. So I'll definitely be following. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you so much.
you.
Okay. Well, this next story proves recognizing our diversity can make us feel seen, become part of a community, and inspire us to keep on pushing. Take a look at your screen. You may remember this viral photo. It was back in 2009. Now, it shows a little boy, probably, of course, all grown up now, standing in the Oval Office, touching President Barack Obama's hair. President Obama let Jacob Philadelphia touch his hair. After that, the boy asked the president whether his hair was similar to his own Afro-textured hair. And the impact of this photograph and the moment was huge. It highlighted the importance of representation. President Obama said he hoped that image would speak to minorities and inspire them to chase their own dreams. It certainly inspired Jacob. This is how he reflected on that moment 13 years later.
It is very wonderful to see representation in the government, because if I get to see another Black man be at the top, be at that pinnacle, then I want to follow that lead.
Now, we're told that Jacob went on to attend the University of Memphis and majored in political science. So Who knows? Maybe we'll be seeing you in the years to come. Now, despite gains like Jacob's story, we know it's been a struggle for many people in the Black community to wear their hair naturally. It often includes scrutiny and harassment. Back in 2019, we took a huge step towards breaking that barrier. Legislators passed the Crown Act, which outlaws discrimination based on hairstyle and hair texture. 2 years ago, during National Crown Day, I had the chance, along with some of my current and former WUSA 9 co-workers, to share our journeys to wearing our hair naturally or with protective styles. It's part of a statement about equity and beauty inclusivity for all of our viewers.
Delia, I'm going to give you the mic first to talk a little bit about your experience.
I just went on vacation and came back with a new crown, right? It's been a transition and a transformation of falling back in love with myself all over again. It feels like myself. It feels empowering, liberating, right? But it also feels like I'm giving license to other women to embrace aging gracefully and moving into your natural and beautiful self.
My curls are for me. You're not going to judge me. You know, the viewer's not going to judge me. My boss, I'm not even opening myself up to it. But it's interesting because in that, are you then, you know, sort of dimming your light because you say you don't want the scrutiny.
I remember trying to come away from a perm at one point, and Black women were calling me, they were calling the station, they were calling my hairstylist to say that my hair wasn't straight enough, that Black women don't wear their hair that way. I didn't know about the word microaggression or whether that even applied to us. What I know is those words penetrated me because I was a younger woman at the time, and I just hadn't walked into my destiny or my purpose, and I wasn't, I think, as solid to the core as I am now. And so I put a perm back in my hair because I thought that was the thing you had to do. But it was so painful to have to do it.
There were times when my boss would be watching the news and saying, go straighten your hair, go straighten your hair. My bosses wanted me to have consistent hair, and I'm saying, hey, let me wear my hair natural. This is the most consistent way I can wear it, is the way it naturally comes out of my head. But one day I got a new boss who said, okay, you can wear your hair natural. And so I wore my hair in braids on the news.
There have been a couple of times where I've interviewed for positions, especially you know, after college and stuff, where I would be fine over the phone. Everybody was really interested in my background, my internships, my college degree, and all of a sudden, when it's time for video calls or in-person meetings, you know, I show up, I feel very confident, I know that I have the skills to get this job, and I never hear back after that interview.
I locked my hair in 2017 after wanting to lock it for well over a decade. Have decided I lead with it. So if we're going to discriminate, let's just get it all out of the way right up front. I've had folks in recent years say to me, walk up to me and tell me that they appreciate me bringing my full ethnicity to work. It causes me pause. I don't know how. Like, how do you respond?
Is that a compliment?
But I do want to credit my current company for allowing me to do that, because it's been one of the most freeing opportunities. You know, they have a culture of belonging that they actually embrace.
Well, for most of us, getting our hair cut requires a lot of trust with our stylist, right? Of course, we want to come out of the salon feeling and looking our best, and dozens of local salons are ensuring this. Some are even experts in different hair types, including types of African-American hair, Asian, curly hair. Others specialize in reviving your hair. So look at this. Celia's Hair Salon transformed this woman's frizzy hair, and I hate that word, you know, just differently textured, to flawless. It was flawless before too, but it is really pretty on the other side. Joining me now is the salon's founder, Celia Santos, and model Maggie Kahn. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you, Allison.
And both of you look lovely.
Us.
Absolutely. Tell me, you just opened up your second shop.
We did.
In Bethesda.
Yes, we did.
Okay, and your first one is in DC,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Tell me, why is your salon the place to go? Just brag on it for a second.
Okay, so we have wonderful qualified stylists, and our priority is our clients. So very well experienced in all services that we do, And again, it's having our guests walk out of our door uplifted with a smile, standing tall.
You know, the worst thing, when my hair was longer as a younger person, because I love that you specialize in doing everyone's hair, because I've been in salons and they said, okay, well, it's going to be an upcharge because we don't really do curly hair, or we don't really do, like, you know, black hair and all of this. So that feeling of inclusion is so important. It's important to feel special.
Oh no, we take care of all types.
Right.
And we do our very best to satisfy. And we make sure that our guests walk out of the door satisfied.
Now, we just saw the transformation there with the hair. Sometimes you come in and you're like, there's nothing I can do with my hair. The humidity makes it really frizzy and all of this. You say no, you can take care of.
Of course,
right.
It depends on the stylist and, you know, the way they actually put their oh my God.
It's okay.
Put their effort to it.
Right. You have to talk to the client, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course.
Make them feel special.
Of course, it has to be one-on-one,
Right.
and again, the clients also have to be true, because if not, and then things will not work.
Well, speaking of that, what questions should a client or prospective client ask to make sure it's the right fit, the salon is the right fit when they come in? Are there questions that we as customers should be asking the stylist?
Well, actually just making sure that coming in, making an appointment, a consultation, telling the stylist, asking the stylist exactly what you want, what the goals are, what you like, what you do not like, and make sure there's a good understanding.
And
Even if you have to repeat twice.
And if it's realistic, because sometimes not everybody is going to be able to rock different styles and look the same as the model that they saw them on. But speaking of models, Maggie is here today. Could you walk us through when Maggie came in and what specific, not challenges, but what Maggie hoped for and what you tackled in getting her looking just right?
Of course. So Maggie came in with a hair growth. So we did a nice hair color on her. Her hair was pretty long, and we shortened it up. We then did a nice blow dry with round brushes. We used our thermal products to straighten and give her this nice bouncy look.
Yeah, how important are products too?
Very important.
Okay.
And very important that we use them daily.
Right. And when someone comes in, is it tailored to them? Because not every head of hair is the same as the others.
Exactly.
Right?
It's very tailored. You have to know especially the hair that you're working with, so that you also don't put too many products on.
Can people get booked at either one of your salons right now? They can?
Of
Okay.
course.
What's the process here? Is it just a simple phone call, or do you want people to go online and give the locations, please?
You can go, okay, so first location would be in Washington, D.C. on MacArthur Boulevard. The other one will be at West Bard Square.
Okay.
Which
Very
is our
new.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
our recent one, which
Beautiful.
we have a couple of add-ons to our services there.
Right.
And so through our phone number, through our websites, through many social media.
Yeah, social media too.
Yeah, social media
Okay,
too.
I love that. Before we let you, first of all, Maggie, thank you. You're a beautiful model. Okay, beautiful model.
She's also our specialist, our therapist,
Okay.
and our esthetician.
So we're also going to have facial services as well.
Okay,
Scalp services,
yeah.
So you get the whole.
In both locations?
No, just the West Bard.
The new
The
location.
new location, yes.
Okay. Thank you, Megan. And our last word. Every person deserves to look their best, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. So what would you tell people who are watching, maybe to get a new hairstyle, maybe to freshen it up? What would your advice be as a stylist?
My advice as a stylist would be to come in and see us, of course. But yes, any changes, anything that your concerns, just to bring them out so we can uplift you.
Right. Oh, I love that. You know, the name of the show is Get Uplifted.
That's right.
Okay, thank you. You're right on brand. Thank you so much, both
Thank
of you.
you so
Good
much,
luck in your
Allison.
second
Thank you.
location. Let's shift our focus now and talk about the hair on your chin. This is Virginian Brian Thompson. He spent 5 years growing out his beard to raise money for the Children's Hospital of Richmond. That beard, in the end, totaled 23 inches. Wow. Well, the Ginger Run. It's an iconic and beloved St. Patty's Day tradition at Georgetown University. Dozens of red-haired students and community members dress in their green gear. They sprint across the campus front lawn. Some people fall, but they get right back up and they continue to run, while non-Ginger students cheer on their fellow Hoyas. Okay, well, when we come back, we'll have some tips on how to keep your locks looking extra fresh all the time. Welcome back. Barber Josh Sy has some special clients, and this includes the Commanders, the Wizards, and other local sports stars. Our Marcella Robertson takes us to his shop with an inspiring story about his journey.
Every morning in the heart of Falls Church, Josh Sy opens his barber studio.
So I first started cutting hair in 2014, my senior year of high school.
It's a long way from high school and a long way from those cheap college cuts.
I was known as like the freshman barber, charging $5 out of my dorm room.
With a steady hand on the clippers, cutting hair takes practice, skill, and precision, just like sports.
Sports was everything for me. Basketball, I grew up playing basketball since I was like 8 years old. The NBA was my dream, but I guess after high school, my hoop dreams came to an end.
So it's only fitting that he's now here, cutting the hair of some of the top athletes in the DMV. It all started with former Washington Wizard Daniel Gafford.
I just shot my shot on Instagram. I was like, hey man, welcome to the DMV. If you're looking for a new barber, check my page out.
Then came names like Jaden Daniels, Cam Whitmore, Sam Hartman, and Jeremy McNichols.
And then my guy Jeremy McNichols, he kind of started the Commanders players. I've been cutting him for 2 years now, every Friday. So me and him got real close, yeah.
Even basketball greats like Amari Stoudemire have been in his chair. A chair where, even if it's just for half an hour, the pressure of being a pro athlete disappears.
I mean, it's just like any other client. We talk about like, oh, like, how was your summer? You know, what are the games like? How are you doing? It's just normal talk. Or sometimes we don't even talk. We just vibe, like listen to music, and I'm just cutting his hair. Yeah.
And the way Sy sees it, those childhood dreams of making it to the big leagues still came true.
I know, just a different way. Yeah.
In Falls Church, Marcella Robertson, WUSA 9.
Well, taking care of our hair, it can be challenging. You've likely been told, don't brush your hair when it's wet because that leads to breakage. Don't over oil your hair because that can make your scalp a little oily, make it look a little greasy. So we know there is so much out there, so many myths about what we should be doing to keep our hair healthy. So we are bringing in a local hairstylist, Amal Kasabri, to help separate fact from fiction. Amal works at Bear Hair Studio, and they're located in the Tenleytown neighborhood of DC, right on 42nd Street. Amal, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. And your hair is beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, naturally, just a beautiful head of hair. Okay.
Naturally.
What are some of those common myths? What are we doing wrong first thing with our hair? Here's one. Let me ask you about this. Should we be washing our hair every day? Different textures. I don't wash mine. I wash mine once every 3 days, but a lot of women I know wash their hair every day.
So that's a great question, actually. There is a myth to it. It depends on the generation.
Okay.
I feel like the new generation, Generation Z specifically, they come with this huge buildup on their hair and scalp because they believe if you don't wash your hair, those natural oils that the scalp produces will kind of moisturize your hair and make it grow longer and faster.
Okay.
Which might be true to some extent, but then at one point, those oils are gonna start mixed up with the pollution and actually clog your scalp, and the scalp will be totally dead. That where the cuticles are gonna come out, that the hair is gonna grow out, is totally dead.
Yeah, you know.
So there's no one size fits all.
Right.
If you have oily skin or scalp, you have to wash it often. Maybe not every day, maybe every other day.
Right.
If you have a dry hair like mine, I can go with 5 days not looking oily. So it depends on the texture, the oil production, all of that comes into you know, one place, but you have to take that decision.
Right.
But washing your hair on a daily basis is also not good because, again, you're stripping, the shampoo is a cleanser. It strips out all the oils.
Right.
The oils are there for a reason, to hydrate our hair, to keep it healthy.
You got to know your hair.
Absolutely.
And check in with a stylist like yourself. Tell me about your salon and what you offer. Are there any specialties and why, you know, clients should come or maybe make that change?
So I think the name Bare Hair goes to basically bare of any chemicals. So every product that we use for color services are all ammonia free. And ammonia traditionally was to go into the cuticle of the hair, opens it up, and the cuticle is usually the outer layer of each strand that protects the inner side of the strands. So when you open those cuticles, yes, you can deposit pigmentation, but yet if those cuticles are open, all the pigmentations are going to go out eventually, and all the moisture in your hair is going to go out. And therefore, sorry.
No, I want to, while you're talking about this, please throw in the gray hair girlies like myself. What is the key to hiding these gray hairs under what kind of dye? Like, what should we be doing? Because I know it just dries your hair out so much.
Absolutely. So ammonia free actually prevents the dryness. It keeps it moist. Yes, the cuticles are slightly open. That comes with a deposit of the color, maybe a little slower. That means your service can be longer at the salon versus a traditional ammonia base color. But also, for the same reason, you're actually keeping the color in because those cuticles will eventually close down or they're not as open, and that results in shinier hair, long-lasting color, and you don't see a lot of fade. Where people with ammonia-based color, they're only between services, 6 weeks, they're orange.
Faded.
The ends are orange.
What do you think? This is, sadly, our time is coming to a close, but there's nothing wrong with drugstore products and all that, but what do you need to look for to make sure you're still getting quality products and not damaging your hair if you don't want to put out that much money to come and get the products at a salon?
So I would say sulfate-free is definitely a must. Sulfate is traditionally put into products to keep it on the shelf for longer. But the truth is it's the worst thing for your hair. Dry, less shiny, it's really bad. It makes it brittle. You don't get much out of it. And also there's a lot of lines, including the one that we use, that will target every problem or every obstacle that the client has. If you come to me and you're like, I look at your hair, I think we should go for like maybe hydrating. If a person with fine hair, it has to be more volumizing. It's a curly hair, you have to have a variety of products all sets in one line. It cannot be, again, one fits all.
This and this. Okay. Amal is with Bare Hair Studio in Tenleytown. Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. You can get your daily dose of Get Uplifted on WUSA 9 mornings. Stay uplifted.